prize fighters. Men and women that make the walk for glory, for legacy, but also to get paid. And those who can climb to the top can change their lives forever. This week, €1 million is on the line in the TIPSPORT Game Changer. We've got all you need to know right here on Octagon Hype. So here we are. Welcome once again. Welcome to Octagon Hype. My name is Bryan Lacey and I am back. Got some bad news for you. He's still here. Let's welcome him. It's Josh Gudgeon. Yeah. How are you, mate?
Champion, mate.
Do you know what? I felt down the camera, people almost switching off thinking you weren't going to be here, which is slightly worrying that I actually felt that presence. But that's the joy of Josh Gudgeon.
I try, mate. I do try to bring a little bit of energy to this, but you're the bundle of joy as always, mate. How are you? Are you good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good because guess what? It's TIPSPORT Game Changer launch week. This is fight week for Ostrava. That goes down March 4th. We talked about it all the way since that last epic event, Octagon 37. We're returning to that venue, Josh. We're returning with 16 of the best welterweights from 15 different countries who are starting their journey to try and claim their portion of that €1 million. It's happening.
On March 4th, the TIPSPORT Game Changer will begin. This is the Champions League of MMA.
16 of the best welterweights, representing 15 different countries.
They will fight for their share of €1 million in prize money.
We've said it is the biggest prize pot in European MMA history.
But only one of these fighters can be the European champion. Only one will take the top prize of €300,000. Winning this tournament means everything to me. It's a game changer for my life. It definitely puts the best against the best. It will change the game a lot. Plus, we have exciting reserve matches.
Oh, that's it!
But you won't just watch.
You can vote online to pick a lucky loser.
If a fighter gets injured, your vote decides who goes back into the battle for €1 million.
A star has been born here.
Dreams will become reality. Are you ready for TIPSPORT Game Changer?
The game is about to change.
Life-changing money and incredible fighters. And I'm more and more excited. Obviously, the purpose of Hype is to educate the audience. And I'm looking at that roster going, there ain't a bad fight on it.
It's just, and it has come together with epic names from all over Europe. One Brazilian by way of American, Leandro Apollo Silva, also joining that pile because he's earned the right through his fights with David Cosmo, through his fights with Alex Lahore, and just being himself, the response that the fans have got to him. So I'm excited he's in it as well. But let's tell you what's on this show. So we're going to break down Munich, the trip that was to the Audi Dome, Octagon 39. We're also going to look at that card. We're going to look at the Game Changer card. We're going to talk to the one and only Alex Lahore, the Killa King, is going to join us live. And Josh, I've got some other news for you. News being the most prevalent word there. Guess what else we're going to do again?
Octagon news.
Octagon news. Let's go. Welcome to Octagon News. My name is Chub Krakenass. First up, Pavel and Andre released a statement after fighters made a number of silly posts. They said it's ridiculous that they're putting out these sorts of posts. Anybody that resorts to dressing up in stupid clothes for cheap laughs should take a good hard look at themselves. Jonas Magard fired shots at Gustavo Lopez ahead of their unification bout in Liberec on April 15th. Jonas used a potato to make fun of Lopez. Lopez was very upset by this. He had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. In a statement he released, he said, "I don't like being roasted like that. When I next see Jonas, I'm going to smash him." Enough of the potato jokes? I'll get my jacket. Next, Pirat Kristofic posted a video showing fans how he trained for his one and only Lethwei bout back in 2019. Lethwei, the martial art where you're allowed to use headbutts. His adversary for the first round of Game Changer, Alex Lahore, posted this video in response. We asked Pirate how that video made him feel. He said, "I refuse to take questions from adults, I'll only take questions from children." So one child asked him, "Why are pirates called pirates?" And he said, "'Cause they are." This week, the TIPSPORT Gamechanger finally launches. €1 million will be the prize pot. And when we asked some of the fighters what they thought about this, David Cosma, potentially the favourite for the whole tournament, said it'll be great to earn nearly half of what Bryan Lacey earns for one episode of Octagon Hype. Next up, the fight of the year has finally been announced. Not that one. No, not that one. Yes, that one. Mate Sanikidze, the 145-pound champ, will finally defend his belt against the 155-pound champ, Lozen Kieta. However, we feel that this rivalry is a case of mistaken identity, as Mate Sanikidze posted on his Instagram this: "He mops the floor so good, it'll be the easiest fight I've ever had." Turns out he wanted to fight Jan, the cage doorman. An easy mistake to make, Mate. And finally, Stefan Putz is still totally mad. Next on Octagon News, we bring you the sad news of the passing of our travel reporter, Sheila Neverkissia. Minutes after the recording of the show last week, we made love on this very desk. And as we were making love, we didn't realise she had an allergic reaction, a fatal allergic reaction to the lipstick that I gave her last week. At the funeral, I was lucky to meet her long lost sister, Ida Letterkissia. And fortunately enough, she is an entertainment reporter. So let's go to Ida with the entertainment news now. This is the best one yet.
Thanks, Bryan. I know it's March.
Listen, this is the best one yet. So Ida, hit us with the entertainment news.
Thanks, Bryan. I know it's March, but this song has been tipped for Christmas #1.
And Ida, I'd like to hear your backing vocals to Lozen Kieta's first single.
There was a guy in Octagon, his name is Alex. He had a big mouth of engineers, he want to fight me. I say no problem, now they send him a contract. We don't know where is he. Oh, where is Alex?
Where is Alex?
Where is Alex?
Where is Alex?
I'm looking for Alex.
Where is Alex?
Where is the Georgian guy?
Get some hair. That was Octagon News. There we go. What do you think of that, Joshy? That was good, wasn't it?
You might want to go do your hair in the toilets.
I've got Chub cracking, that's his hair. Look at that. What is this? Nothing I can do, mate. That's it. Basically, I've started to embody the soul and hair of Chub Crackernass now, which is a bit of a worry. Josh, let's talk some fights. Let's talk about some events. First of all, Munich. We went back there. You went back there. That's your second trip to Munich. Yeah. The Audi Dome was absolutely rocking. Check out Josh's vlog yet again. Beautiful stuff. A sad moment in it where you destroyed one of my favourite things, which is a cupcake. If you want to see how that happened, check out the vlog. It was amazing, wasn't it, mate?
Unbelievable. Yeah, there were some absolute show-stopping fights. And can we say one in particular?
Listen, there's a bromance brewing that I just think we need to get out to the Octagon Hype fans, because it's going to sound very biased every time he comes up. But you have literally, this has become your favourite fighter, right?
Yeah, I don't think he knows that yet. But Paradisa, he's what a man, what a fighter.
And like the finishes, that was a mad fight as well. Yeah. That dude that he was fighting was absolutely, and he was decent. But Paradisa again, that class just rose to the top, and he got the finish. And your face when he was up on the, you were sat beside us, and again I've moved you even closer towards the cage. I turned, and I wasn't sure if it was excitement, if it was adoration, if it was love that I was seeing in those eyes of yours, Josh. But you cannot help but be impressed by that guy.
Yeah, well, what another statement, what another finish. Jumps on the cage right in front of us. It's like he knew, but we got the footage on the vlog as well.
He was drawn towards you. Oh my God. And then let's talk about other statement wins. Keita, what a finish that was of Samuel Bark. And it was right in front. Again, the guys brought him right in front of us, finished him. There was a moment where the final flurry, he hit him and a blob of blood flew over and landed right on my forehead. That's the joys of this job. But he's world class, really, isn't he?
He is absolutely. look, another fortunate thing for me, I got to do round 0 with you, and leading up to the fight, I was saying, I think Keita's looking through Bak. I think Bak can make a statement. I think Bak, could put a number on Keita. How wrong was I?
But it's for me, it's not just what he's doing, it's who he's doing it to. So I said it on the broadcast, what he did to Rishavi, what he did to Paradisa in their interim title fight, claiming the belt against Buckingham in 3 minutes, and then at 145 making a debut against Samuel Bak, 8-1 Samuel Bak, and finishing like that. What it is set up though, and we mentioned it in Octagon News, is the announcement of the fight. Mate Sanakidze, he's found him, he called for him, he made all these posts online about where is he, trying to find him. He's found him. The signatures have been made. The event is official. They will fight for that for the featherweight title for Mate Sanakidze's belt in Bratislava on the 29th of April. As exciting about as the fight is, these two going at it for all the way on the run up, that's going to be something that people got to keep their eyes on, right? Yeah,
the social media has been incredible so far. I've absolutely been loving it. I think both fighters are amazing and they're both so confident. I'm just going to drop another bomb in there. So my friend Mate Sanakidze dropped me a DM actually. I replied to one of his stories. We follow each other on his...
That's my phone.
We follow each other on Instagram. And
whoa! I'm just going to check my DMs. Yeah, carry on. What did your mate Mate?
So he said, I used to fight guys like him in the streets of Georgia. One takedown, gassing such guys out so fast with a laughing face. That's how confident he is.
Wow. You're getting all this inside line. I'm getting nothing. Oh my God. And then let's talk briefly about a couple of Popek's destruction of Zavada. It was brutal, right? And Zavada, this was the thing. I went to the after party, a few drinks and some food afterwards, and I saw this figure on the dance floor. Martin Zavada was the first one on the dance floor in the thing, like literally just smiling. He said, yeah, I'm not done yet. He said, I'm not finishing my career like that. Yes, it was brutal, but I want them to give me a stand-up guy and let me finish with a stand-up fight. So credit to him. Popek, though, looked phenomenal. So he's now established himself in that number 2 spot behind Putz as the light heavyweight, number 2 light heavyweight in Germany. And then Jungwirth. Jungwirth was a main event. And this, for me, we joked and we got you the taste of Jungwirth t-shirt. You'll see that on the vlog as well. But it was a very uncharacteristic Jungwirth fight. And after the event, even before the event, we were talking about is he worried about losing that spot for the TIPSPORT Game Changer? It became evident through that performance that he really was, that was in his mind, right, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, it was a close fight. De Oliveira
could have gone either way.
And like you said, it was uncharacteristic of him. But again, what a man to be able to step in front of that audience so close. Like, next week, this week, it's fight week.
This week, it's fight week. But the other thing about that is his stock rising in Germany, because he'd earned his spot as one of the favourite fighters on the Octagon roster in Czech Republic, in Slovakia, through his performances, through his fights, the fights like with Mate Kertész, Miroslav Brož. Then his win streaks through to 2022. I think he's 3-1 in 2022, and the one is the split decision loss against Kertész, but the win against Pukac, Trušek, that fight. And watching him get the walkout, like an Ekelin style walkout, it was goosebumps.
Listen to that. This man has earned every single one of those cheers. This man has carved his own place in the Octagon fans' hearts, and he's done it, Luke, through blood, through sweat, through tears, and through the fights he puts on in the Octagon cage. We asked the question at Octagon 33, how would Germany respond to Christian Jungwirth? He beat Trušek in a bloodbath. Then he came up against Kertész. He lost a split decision, which Germany felt should have gone his way. And now he receives this hero's welcome. None deserve it more than Christian Jungwirth.
I looked around and I watched Pavel and Andre just smiling, because we asked this question, would he translate into his own market? He wasn't a star over there, and the answer is firmly yes. And he's earned every one of those plaudits, screams, cheers, claps from the crowd by his performances in the cage. So really, really happy to see that, and excited that he's through, unhurt, able to fight in the TIPSPORT Game Changer, which kicks off this week. Now, we're going to break it down for you a little bit later on. First up, we're going to talk to Alex Lahore and get his thoughts on being part of this, the biggest tournament that Europe's ever seen. So here we are. We're joined by the Killa King, Mr. Alex Lahore. Mate, we are just a few days away from the Game Changer tournament, a tournament you put yourself in. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for having me again. Yeah, excited and can't wait to get there.
I had to have you, mate. I had to have you because look, the UK fans, the French fans, they are fully behind you. The promo they dropped for you and this tournament, the bit where you're in front of Tower Bridge taking off the mask, you're talking about France, you're talking about England. I've got goosebumps talking about it now. That must feel pretty special to see that go out and to kind of be part of this.
Yeah. I'm very grateful, you know, that they are understanding my persona, who I am, and, you know, letting me express myself as who I am, you know. So, yeah, it's great to represent both countries, you know, France and the UK, and I can't wait to get there, man.
Let's talk about how you got there, because it was the fight against Juracek, and is that the best punch you've ever thrown?
I'll say one of the best. Yeah, I've thrown a straight right before like that, who landed flash clean when I fought on Bellator, and that's another great punch that I threw as well before. But I think this one is good. This one felt nice because it comes from. I was coming from a loss, so it was a nice feeling to come back that way.
It must feel pretty sweet as well because of what it's done. As in, put you in this tournament, put you with the chance of grabbing your... And you said it as soon as this tournament was announced, you said you want your piece of that pie, basically, right? So exactly. after the fight, we talked in the cage and you asked the question. Again, you made your own moves, mate. You asked Andre Novotny, am I in the tournament? And then there was that great moment. You went, yes, you are in the tournament. Just describe those feelings, what that was like.
Well, it was... I don't know. You can't really describe it. It was a great moment. You know, all the hard work and all the sacrifices you do for. This is what it's for, you know. So yeah, it felt nice to be rewarded. It felt nice to be rewarded that way for all my hard work. So I hope I can get rewarded and get even more because I've been putting even more hard work.
I've heard. I know Brad very well, and he says you look great. I know we sent Josh down to do some filming with you, and he came back and he sent me a message straight after. He said, man, you're on fire. You look confident. You look like you're enjoying training. Has this given you the added motivation, not just the victory off the last one, but, you know, the potential of what this could do for you, for your family? Is that giving you an extra drive?
Yeah, 100%. You know, that's what, like I said, that's what I do it for. You know, I do it to feed my family, and yeah, if me working hard pays the bill, then we're gonna keep working hard.
I love it, and the way you're working as well is great because I always said this when I was talking, and I got lucky enough to call some of your fights. It's amazing how far you got with such a small team, basically on your own, right? I mean, you had people around you. There were some consistent people that were always there, but now you're part of Great Britain top team, as well as using some of the people that have been with you throughout. What's that been like? What's it like now having a team, having different bodies, having people going through the same journey, but at that level, so you kind of can peak at the right time and get the training you need?
Yeah, well, that's, like you said, that's exactly what I needed. It makes a massive difference. You know, sharing the mat with other athletes day in, day out is just a great motivation. And I can't wait to see the result, man. Like all the training that we've been doing, like the sparring, the technical stuff, even just the atmosphere, you know, waking up every day, going to the gym and being surrounded by all the great guys, and also Brad with his knowledge, and Ashley as well, Grimshaw with his knowledge. It's great, man. Yeah, I would like. it's what I needed. You know, I can't complain, and that's why I'm excited. You know, excited to see the result of the hard work and the add-on, what I've added. So the team, the new team, and what GB Top Team is bringing as well with all the training and the facility that they offered me. It's great, man.
Let's talk about this first fight then, because the TIPSPORT Game Changer is going to run throughout the year. It's basically going to end up back in Ostrava, where there will be a fight for that 300,000 euro purse, which is a crazy amount of money. But your first challenge is Pirat Kristofic. I saw that great video you put out of you with the clown pirate thing on. Again, that's showing me that you're kind of enjoying training, and he sent a couple of videos back, I think, as well. But what do you think of him as an opponent? What do you think of this as your first round for this whole thing?
Yeah, I think I've got the toughest fight. Well, we both have the toughest fight. Yeah, he's very good everywhere, just like me. But I think I'm a little bit better. So I'll show on the night. Yeah, that's it really. He's a great opponent. He has a persona just like me. We're both entertaining. It's a bit sad that we have to face each other already. But hey, it's part of the game. So yeah.
And I think it's the co-main event. I think that's the kind of, which again, for me, that's not just him. That's you as well. And I always talk to you about this, about the following you've gained. And there's some great videos with the fans with you at Octagon. That must mean a lot as well, right? To be put up there, like one of David Cosma, it's his home city, it's his hometown. That's where he's had some huge fights. He's at the top of the card against Sivic. Then it's you and Pirat Kristofic. When you found that out, did that give you another bit of confidence that this is where people see this fight?
To be fair, when the fight got announced, I knew it was going to be high on the card. We both fan favorites. Like you said, we both have a big following with the Octagon fans. So I kind of knew that the fight was going to be quite high on the card. So, and that's what I want anyway. I don't want to be on the preliminary card. We want to be on the main event all the time and producing the great fights. We want to be the ones that they come to see, you know?
You can't put the king on the prelims, can you? The king's got to be up there, right? The crown's got to be shining bright.
If not main event, co-main.
That'll do. Why not? Why not? What do you think of his skill set? Because he, like you said, he's well rounded. Is there a particular area that you think, I need to be careful of this with regards to what he brings to the fight?
To be honest, I don't. Well, every area. A fight is a fight. So obviously, I got to be aware of everything. But I also make sure that I'm ready for everything. So, yeah, it's more about what mistake is going to make for me to capitalize on. So, I think I'm ready anyway. Wherever the fight goes, I'm comfortable. So, let's see what happens.
You've moved back to welterweight. You look great against Juracek back down, like great, like physically as well. And I've seen the videos of you training, even that one with the pirate costume when you do the last flex. It's you're looking phenomenal at welterweight. This is his first fight back at welterweight for a long time. Do you think that's gonna, hit him hard? That cut. I mean, he looks good, but do you think him coming back down to welterweight for the first time in a long time, he's gonna feel it?
I'm hoping that it makes my life easier. It helps me a little bit. So yeah, hoping that hoping that he gets a hard cut.
I get you.
So yeah, we can get on to the next stage.
And is there a fight? Like, I don't know if you pictured it. Are you looking at one fight at a time, or have you looked as far forward to think that would be my dream final? Whether it's like against a Cosmo or one of the new guys like Glisman or Van Soydman, have you dared to even think about that potential final yet?
No, I haven't thrown myself that far in terms of opponent. I see myself in the final, yes. But I always focus on the opponent that's in front of me first. So first, let's deal with Pirat. and then we'll see who's next, and then deal with them, and then whatever happens, happens. But we'll make sure that we are ready for any challenge.
I think it works out of the 4 or 5 potential fights before the end of the year. That's a very active year. That's more than you would usually fight, right? 3 or 4 times I've seen you before. But are you excited about that? Testing your body over the year.
That's exactly what I want. I like to stay active. There's no point staying at home, unless you're injured or anything like that. I just want to be active and competing all the time. So it's perfect for me. I always ask for more fights every year. If I could do 4 or 5 a year, that's perfect for me.
Yeah. You talk about home. Sorry. You talk about home. You have a beautiful family. You have a beautiful family, my friend. And you've talked about how they have motivated you so much, how you want to change your children's lives with fights like this. Just tell us a bit about that. What's that like, having them, and also thinking about, your upbringing compared to the upbringing you are now potentially going to deliver to those through these fights?
Yeah, it's a great motivation, Every time I wake up and I feel like not going to training, I just got to look left or right, and then there's no not going to training. You got to go and feed them. You got to think about them, because that's what I do it for. I do it for them now. It's not about myself. Like I can't be selfish anymore and just think about me. I got to think about them. I got to look at my life, how I struggle to get to where I am. And how, like you said earlier, I did kind of everything myself. So now also that I have a team, with Bryan and everything, I see the difference it makes in everything when you have someone around helping, and how further you can get, So that's exactly the same feeling that I want to give them, making sure that they can count on me to help them to get wherever they want to get in life. So yeah, that's my main motivation.
And the money, I mean, it's prize fighting, right? The money would be without a doubt the biggest check of most of these fighters' lives, if not all of them. What difference would that make to you? What difference would getting to the final and claiming 300,000 make to Alex Lahore?
I don't know. It's difficult because really and truly, I don't really do it for the money. It's more for the competition. But the money is a bonus, and it's great. It will help me, breathe a little bit. Like I could take training, to a next level even more than what I already done. Even just lifestyle in general, having to worry about less things, clear my mind a bit more. Maybe take the family on holiday and stuff like that. Maybe invest some as well, and that's it really, man. It's just money, man. It comes and goes.
Yeah,
But titles
yeah,
don't, tournaments like this don't, like, comes and goes, but it's only a one of a lifetime, experience. So for me, my main focus is more getting to the final and making sure I'm at the top level, for every fight. So that's what people remember, And
I love So I was going to say, I love that. So the money is one thing, but for you, this, and especially you've talked to me a little bit about where you are in your career and how long you've got left. Is this now more about legacy? Is this tournament going to solidify the legacy of the Killa King?
Yes, exactly. I try. I like to call this tournament the Champions League of MMA, European MMA. So I think the winner of this will be remembered for a long time. So
what a year, my friend. And I'm so proud of you because you've changed so much in your life. And even at this stage, to make the adjustments with bringing a team in, because that can't be easy as well, because you're going to have hard rounds at Great Britain Top Team. There's going to be days where you walk out of there feeling like, why am I doing this? But you are doing it for the right reasons, for the legacy, for your family. And that, for me, makes me extremely proud of you as a man, because it takes a lot to kind of take the hard path rather than the easy one, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's easy to give up, but it's not easy to keep pushing, and fight. It's not that easy, but it's doable. You just got to be strong and believe.
Yeah, and I can see that you do now. You got that feel and aura that you really truly believe that this can be yours. This is yours for the taking. With that in mind, give us one last thing: a prediction for March 4th, the first round against Pirat Kristofic. How does it end?
It ends with my hands raised. Can't tell you how, but I can promise you that it will be a finish. Have a submission or a KO. Yeah. So we've worked for the finish. So that's it.
There we go. There we go. We are days away from you stepping into the cage for the Tip Sport Game Changer. Alex Lahore, the Killa King. Thank you for joining us. Super proud of you. Excited to see you in the cage, and we will see you. We'll see you in Ostrava, brother.
Yes, see you in Ostrava, mate.
Let's go. So there we go, Alex Lahore and Josh. You just look at that. That will the motivation of the money. And again, I said it, the top prize fighting, this is what it is called. That will change his family's life. And you can see that that's kind of what it means to him, and that focus and that motivation, what it's given him.
He's so confident, Bryan. I mean, I was there filming with him a couple of weeks ago down at GB Top Team, and he's just oozing with confidence, like he's ready and raring to go. How exciting is that? Now, for you guys at home, you can watch this. This tournament is going to take place over 5 events all the way through the year, and we're going to end up back in Ostrava, where we will crown the Tip Sport Game Changer winner. That person will earn 300,000. If you lose in the first round, you earn 15,000. The second round, if you lose there, you earn 40,000. The third round, the semi-finals, 80,000. If you lose in the finals, you still earn 130,000, Josh. And the other thing that people need to know about this, and this is where you guys play your part in the Tip Sport Game Changer, we have a thing called Lucky Loser. You'll see some substitute fights like Juracek versus Kalashnik, which will be in this first fight, this first round, March 4th. If there are injuries, if there are unforeseen circumstances, which mean a gap comes up, you get to vote, but that's up to you guys. So you need to get involved. Check out Tip Sport Game Changer on our website. You can also watch it live. Go to octagon.tv/EN to keep up with all the action, all the results. Josh, you're going to join me in Ostrava. That was the event of all events, Octagon 37. This is the one with the most on the line, physically and money-wise, reputation-wise. How excited are you for it? Mate, I'm so excited because it was a special event, wasn't it, the last time we were in Ostrava. To go back there, like, what an arena. You know, like, there's some standout fights on there and some standout fighters, and it isn't the big ones that I'm thinking. It's not the Cosma. It's not, like, these are not the people that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Who was the one to watch? Usker, he was voted on the Tip Spot. He was voted into the tournament.
He was the one that exactly.
Yeah.
And how scary is that, right? At middleweight, look at what he's been doing. Yeah. Look at the people he's been knocking out. Look at how he's knocked them out and finished them. At middleweight, him coming down, that has got to send chills up every single one of those fighters' spines. And you said it brilliantly, because there's fighters on there that we're not so aware of. There's fighters like Van Soydem, who has won titles in the biggest Dutch promotions. There's Serdu, the hard-hitting Serdu. He's also on there. Glisman from Denmark. We already have one Danish star in Jonas Magard. Glisman, he is so good, Josh. His jiu-jitsu in particular. For me, I think he has got the skill set to cause problems across the board in this tournament. And then, of course, you've got the names, the ones that we already know, like your David Cosma, who'll be top of the card against Sivic and in March the 4th. The crowd will be behind him there. But Sivic, I think he's 8-1, Polish fighter, and you know that Polish fighting spirit. Yeah. It's one hell of a fight. Kristofic is in there against Lahore. Bojan Velichkovic is in there. Oh my goodness. Christian Jungwirth versus Tato Primera. Watch that one. Primera returning. He hasn't been able to compete for a long time. Now he's back, and every fight he's had, he's caused serious problems for some of the fighters. So top to bottom, Josh, the card could set the tone for the entire year.
I'm so pumped for it, man. I'm so pumped for this event.
Let's go! So, once again, to keep up with all the stuff here on Octagon Hype, subscribe to the channel, check out our social media. You can watch these events, and you cannot miss the Tip Sport Game Changer opening round, March 4th, this Saturday in Ostrava. To do that, go to octagon.tv/EN. I'm going to get on the plane now. I'm going now, so I will see you next time.